I'm doing entertainment, Dead vs. Heard, pop culture, things like that. This here is from The Blast. Used to cover them all the time, and it seems like they're writing again. Mostly pro Johnny, I think. And they say, Amber Heard trending after open letter of support backfires. As you might know, 130 experts signed a letter defending Amber Heard. Now, they defended her right to speak without getting harassed online. They weren't actually saying the verdict was wrong, from what I understand, but nonetheless, defending her all in all. So it begins. It hasn't even been 24 hours since an open letter in support of Amber Heard was released, and there is already a hashtag prepared to take the actress down. And they say Amber's been going through a lot since the trial ended with her ex-husband Johnny Depp. And then they say the Aquaman actress's drama inspired a group of professionals to create a website called openletter.com to support her and let her know that the people on this site accept her and believe her. The letter was intense and made no mistake about who they were defending. And there's a quote, the vilification of Miss Heard and ongoing online harassment of her and those who have voiced support for her have been unprecedented in both vitriol and scale, claims the group in the letter. Well, probably the reason is it's a huge historical case, and at this magnitude, it's unique that this man has so much evidence against Amber, who happens to be a woman. It's also unique that she made so many mistakes along the way to give away what she was up to, and her friends made a lot of mistakes too. So it's really a historical happening. And it continues, I've read this before, but let's go through it one more time. Much of this harassment was fueled by disinformation, misogyny, biphobia, and a monetized social media environment where a woman's allegations of domestic violence and sexual assault were mocked for entertainment, which is a really weak argument because everything on YouTube on a channel with over 1,000 subscribers is monetized. Let's just say like 95% of it, whatever it is. That's pretty much life at this point. People make a living by putting out their opinion there. So the monetization argument just doesn't say so much. People monetize making gardens, changing flat tires, playing Nintendo games, and talking about Amber Heard. That's what it is. Let's keep going. Of course, Heard was immediately mocked online with thousands of people claiming that they 100% don't believe her and are mad that this is even brought up again. The hashtag Amber Heard does not speak for me is trending with followers of the trend, straight up blasting the actress. And I gotta say, I'm not for making fun of her. I used to have things on thumbnails like devil horns and yellow teeth and things, and I took those down because it's just not the image I want. The occasional joke's fine. I'm not saying let's not joke around ever, but if you're serious about spreading information, you've just gotta take the loss, drop the jokes and things like that, like 95% of the time. I'll occasionally make a flappy fish market joke or something based on a statement that was out there in court. You know, why not? But got to keep it mostly clean. And it continues. AH doesn't represent women, she doesn't represent DM victims, and she doesn't represent feminism, never. A follower of the thread practically screamed from behind her computer screen. Okay, that's speculation, but fine. And they say the trend continued with similar types of hashtags and stuff like that. No need to read every single one. And then they get into the anti-support letter, which is probably where they get the word backfire from that they used for the title of the article. It says, just as quickly as the support letter went up, the anti-support letter was up as well. Twitter followers took it upon themselves to address the actress with their own harsh words. The letter is titled, "We Will Not Stand With You." And they say it rips Amber to shreds. And once again, they say that they do not think she is a victim of domestic violence. And here it is. We supported you, we wept for you, we rallied behind you, and you betrayed us all. We trusted in you. You used our pain as you appropriated our stories, re-victimizing us. Then you weaponized our movement against the person you were abusing. All this for what? So I'll read a few parts of it. They start off and they say what was up in quotes here about weaponizing the movement, things like that. They say that Amber toyed with Johnny's mind, made people think he was a monster. They say Johnny is in fact the victim, and that she overlooked the real survivors who would come out and stand up for Johnny. They reiterate they can spot abuse when they see it because they're actual victims, and that's what I've been saying here and what a lot of you guys have been saying. And then they say, contradicting what Amber and her friend's narrative is, that Johnny's case hurt victims, they say Amber hurt victims because now they'll be harder to believe. There will be more skepticism, more critical thought, which isn't all a bad thing. And they quote some things Amber said that kind of gave her away. For example, tell the world, Johnny, tell them, I, Johnny Depp, a man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence. Kind of a giveaway line there. And then they say there was a logo made for their anti-letter. Kind of simple, but there it is. And they end by saying this. Some followers retweeted the letter and commented, this is another orchestrated attempt to change the narrative by abuse apologists Kat Tembarge and Michelle Dauber. No matter how hard they try, they can't change the irrefutable evidence that Amber Heard is a liar, doesn't speak for me, is an abuser, and all those hashtags you guys know. Despite the BS, drama, and unnecessary noise that goes on this app, I am here to support Johnny Depp and spread the truth. And the truth is Johnny Depp is a victim and Amber Heard is an abuser, insisted another follower. So that's it. Looks like what the blast is saying here is that because this anti-open letter got out, the actual one kind of backfires. And the anti-letter is signed by a lot more people than the open support letter, just to throw that out there. That's it for this one. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. Let me know what you think down below. I'm doing shoutouts, special thanks. If you don't subscribe here, I'll be pretty sad about it. But I'll get over it, make a new video, something like that. Rant done for now. See you next time.